Hi, my name is Manda. I'm the Collection Development Librarian at the Adult Services Department at Lakeville District Library in Illinois. So some of you kiddos might not recognize me because I'm working on the main level and you might be frequenting the Children's Department on the lower level. Miss Laura asked me to be here today as part of Classics Corner to talk about one of my favorite books and one of my favorite series of books. So today I'm going to talk to you about The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and all the books in the Chronicles of Narnia. There's actually 7 books. And I'm showing you my paper copy, which I've had since I was a kiddo. But I also want to mention you can put this on hold right now. We're doing curbside pickup. So it's kind of like takeout pizza. You put it on hold and the library calls you and tells you when it's available. And your grown-ups can come and pick it up and you can borrow our paper copy. Or you can still go on Hoopla and check out The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And the cool thing about the Chronicles of Narnia on Hoopla is all of them are available as ebooks, which we read, and audiobooks, which we listen to. And these books are so fantastic as audiobooks because every single book is read by a different famous British author. So they do these great voices and they have really wonderful accents and you get to hear what a British person sounds like, which is awesome. I like to imagine I'm having tea with them while they're reading me the story. So a lot of you might know of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and maybe even Prince Caspian or The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, because they've all been turned into movies in the last probably 10, 15 years. So you may have seen the movie of this, which the newer Walden Media Disney Company one was fantastic. But as Miss Laura said, the books are always better than the movies. And I'll tell you why. You get so much more in a book. There's so many conversations that Hollywood has to leave out and so many details because this might not seem like a very thick book, but this takes about 7 or 8 hours to read. And they have to condense all of that, which means shrink it down into a 2-hour movie for you. So just think of all the neat stuff you're going to learn about all the characters and about Narnia. And, so I highly recommend you always read the book. As I mentioned, the Chronicles of Narnia is actually a series. There are 7 books. These are my very old books, my very old set. There are 7 books. And in the first book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Lucy Pevensey, who's the youngest sibling in the Pevensey family, she is playing hide and seek with her siblings, and she hides in a wardrobe. A wardrobe is the British word for a closet, what we call a closet here in the United States. She hides in the closet during hide and seek, and she keeps backing up because she's scared they're going to find her, and she doesn't want to be found because it's hide and seek. And she keeps backing up in this wardrobe, and all of a sudden she hears the crunch of snow under her feet. And she left England, which is the country across the Atlantic from the United States. She left England on a rainy day, and all of a sudden she's stepping in snow. How wild is that for a start of a book? Eventually, her siblings come into Narnia with her, and they get drawn into a world that has talking animals and talking trees, tree sprites and naiads and dryads and centaurs, which are half men, half horses. And it is such a great story. It's a battle for good and evil. They have to help get rid of the witch that is making Narnia always winter. So I highly recommend you read the story. I'm not going to tell you much more than that. I want there to be loads of surprises for you. That's just the start of the adventures. If you love the Chronicles of Narnia's beginning, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, as much as I do, you'll be able to borrow all the other books on Hoopla or through the library, and I really recommend you do. I'm actually reading them using Zoom right now with my niece who lives in Michigan, and she's 8 and she is loving the stories. And grown-ups, if you haven't read the stories yet, I highly recommend them. I read the first one when I was a kiddo, but I read them all for the first time when I was in my 20s. So it's just a great story. It's very wholesome. It's for kids who like fantasies, stories with talking animals. That's not too scary, but lots of adventure. So definitely check them out today. Thanks for watching another Classics Corner, and stay safe. Bye-bye.